बखान तेरी खूबसूरत जन्नत का मैं कैसे करूं बखान। होती है सब में फजीलत, खूबी और अदब है, हाँ खूबी और अदब है। तेरी चमकीली दुनिया वो सच में कोई गजब है, हाँ सच में कोई गजब है। खूब अनोखा कारीगर खूब अनोखा कारीगर है, तू सबका रहमान, हाँ तू सबका रहमान। तेरी खूबसूरत जन्नत का मैं कैसे करूं बखान। तेरी खूबसूरत जन्नत का मैं कैसे करूं बखान। है मजहब होता एक वहाँ, है मजहब होता एक वहाँ, हर चेहरे पर मुस्कान, हर चेहरे पर मुस्कान। तेरी खूबसूरत जन्नत का मैं कैसे करूं बखान। तेरी खूबसूरत जन्नत का मैं कैसे करूं बखान। तेरी खूबसूरत जन्नत का मैं कैसे करूं बखान। तेरी खूबसूरत जन्नत का।
Om Shanti and a very good morning to all. Today we are going to read yesterday Baba Milan Murli. The original date of the Murli is 15th December 2008. The title of the Murli is At the Time of Establishing One Kingdom, One Religion and Law and Order, transform yourself and become a world transformer. Baba yesterday took us on a tour of the golden age, where there is one kingdom, one religion, and where there is law and order. I am sure yesterday all of us experienced this as we went on with the tour with Bab Dada. Baba has given a very beautiful resemblance between Sangam Yug and Satyug, that is the conference age and the golden age. Baba also said that use the power of transformation and then check and change your sanskars and match up with your Satyugi sanskars. Also, Baba is pointing out that Finnish carelessness and royal laziness. And very specially, Baba has also given us a slogan that always see Father, see double Father. And also Baba is asking us to transform the Bhav and the Bhavna and make it the Atmik Bhav and Shubh Bhavna. So let us all read the Murli together. Today, Bab Dada is seeing all his Raj Dulare, royal, specially beloved children everywhere. A handful out of multi-millions receive the special affection from God. With this godly affection, Bab Dada has made each child a master of 3 thrones. The first one is the throne of the forehead of the right to self-sovereignty, that is Swarajya, right? Self-sovereignty. The second is Bap Dada's heart throne, Baba Ka Dil Takht. And the third is the throne of the right to the kingdom of the world. That is Vishwarajya Ka throne, right? Vishwarajya Ka Takht. So Baba says the very first resemblance between Conference Age and the Golden Age is that Baba says, Yahan ke Swarajya, wahan par Vishwarajya. Self-sovereignty here and the right to the kingdom there. Baba says, the Father has given these three thrones to his loving, dulare, that is affectionate children. By having these three thrones in your awareness all the time, each child has spiritual intoxication. So, all of you children remain happy on seeing the inheritance you receive from the Father. Do you not? The song automatically keeps playing in your heart, does it not? Which song? Baba says, Vah Baba, Vah. Vah, my fortune, Vah. You have received in your practical life what you never even dreamt of. At this conference age, together with the throne, Bap Dada has made you experience the flying stage through the double crown. And what is that double crown? That double crown is, one is the crown of purity and the other is the crown of spiritual responsibilities, right? Here in Brahmin life, we have this double crown. And there in Satyug, we will have double crown. That will be the crown of purity and the crown studded with diamonds, Ratan Jadit Taj, right? Baba says, Bap Dada was seeing the royalty of purity of the double crowned children everywhere. He was seeing the double crowned children. Today, Bap Dada checked the speed of effort of all the children everywhere, because all of you can see and also know the speed of time. Bap Dada was seeing the inheritance of the fortune of the kingdom that each one has received from the Father. Your kingdom, your future attainment, the sanskars that all of you will have in the future in a natural way and will be part of your nature should be experienced now for a long period of time, because that is the new world, and the new world is being created with the new sanskars of all of you. Right? Baba said that aapke naye sanskar se naya sansar aayega. Right? And Baba said that these Satyugi sanskars should now be your original nature. So one thing that we can list down today is, have you ever wondered that what is Baba's natural nature? Not talking about the qualities, right? Not talking about love, peace, purity, or knowledge, because these are qualities that Baba has. But what is Baba's natural nature? And it will be good if we find it out from today's Murli, and then maybe we can put it in the chat box, right? What is Baba's natural nature? Further, Baba says, so you are experiencing the specialities of the new world, are you not? You have the intoxication of what there will be in your kingdom, do you not? Your heart says, our kingdom, our new world is about to come. Dada was seeing to what extent the specialities of the new world have emerged in the effort-making lives of the children. You already know what the new sanskars and the specialities of the new world are. The specialities of the new world have emerged in the intellects of all of you. You know them, do you not? You remember them and you know them. The first speciality Check to what extent each speciality has emerged in you. So Baba is now listing down the specialities of the kingdom of the golden age. And Baba is saying that you need to check that to what extent do you have these specialities emerged in you. The main speciality is of one kingdom, ek rajya, right? Devi rajya hoga vahan, Ram rajya, sukhi praja, right? So there will be only one kingdom, Baba says. Just as there is naturally only one kingdom there is no other kingdom there. In the same way, look at your confluence age life as to whether there is just one kingdom in your life, or is there sometimes another kingdom too? So another similarity or resemblance between the confluence and the golden ages, one kingdom. Baba says that there one kingdom, and here also there should be one kingdom. And here, which one kingdom is there? So here in the confluence age, Baba says there should be one kingdom of God's Srimad. If, while moving along together with the kingdom of the self, there is also the kingdom of Maya, then would you have the sanskars of one kingdom? From one kingdom, there isn't another kingdom also ruling at the same time, is there? Is it the kingdom of God's Srimad? Or is there sometimes suppression of Maya? There isn't Maya's kingdom in your heart, is there? So check this. Check your chart in these aspects. Now, at the confluence age, is it the God's kingdom or does Maya also suppress you? Have you checked this? Check this right now. You check your chart, do you not? So if there are two kingdoms even now, how would you claim a right to one kingdom? Are the dictates of Maya mixed with Srimad? So I was asking, Maya ki mat Srimad mein mix to nahi ho jati? You should check that. In the same way, there is one religion. There will be one kingdom and one religion. Ek rajya or ek dharam. So which religion is Baba talking about? Baba says religion, dharma means dharana. So what is your special dharana? The dharana of purity. So check, has the nature of purity become constantly natural in your thoughts, words, deeds, relationships, and connections? Just as in your kingdom, there will be the religion that is dharana of purity naturally, in the same way, has the dharana of purity at this time become natural and part of your nature? You know that your eternal form and your original form is purity. So check, is the one religion that is purity natural? Sorry. Nature works even when you don't want it to. What do some children say in their heart-to-heart conversations? They say very, very sweet things. They say, I didn't want to, but sometimes the trace of impurity emerges in my thoughts or in my words. This happens because there are the sanskars of many births. So, one religion means that the dharana of purity should be natural and part of your nature. Even if there is force in your words, you then say, that wasn't anger, but I became a little bit forceful. So, what is that force? It is a child of anger. So, when will the sanskars of one religion become natural? So, check, and together with checking, also bring about change with the powers you have received from the Father. Now, Bapdada is at least drawing your attention in advance. If you make intense effort to check and then change, there is a margin. But after some time, the board of suddenly or too late definitely has to be put up. Don't say then that Baba didn't warn you. This is why the time for making effort has now passed, but you still have time to make intense effort. So Baba is saying that not only Purusharth, but the time is such that you have to make Tivra Purusharth, intense effort. So check, but do not just check, also bring about change at the same time. Some check themselves, but they do not have the power to change themselves. Checking and change should both take place simultaneously. What is the self-respect and praise of all of you? What is your title? Master Almighty Authority. One with all powers. Are you a master with all powers? Or do you just have some powers? Those who say that they are masters with all powers, raise your hands. Acha, congratulations, masters with all powers. However, what can be said if you are masters with all powers and are not able to bring about a change? What can be said if you wish to change your own sanskars and nature, but are not able to change them? Ask yourself, am I a master with some powers or a master with all powers? When a master with all powers has the thought, I have to do this, then it is already accomplished. Then there isn't the thought, will it happen? I will see about it. I cannot do this. So Baba is saying that if you are Master Sarva Shaktiman, then you should bring about a change by using your powers. Right? You are not to give excuses that, I will see about it later, or I cannot do this. So now, according to the time, the result should be that whatever thought you have, the thought and becoming that form should both take place at the same time. That is, Sankalp Kiya or Swarup Ban Gaye, right? This should happen both at the same time. Now, the new year, the Avyakt year is about to come. It is going to be 40 years of receiving Avyakt sustenance. So it is now 72 years since you have been receiving Avyakt sustenance and sustenance through corporeal form. So, will you not give Bapdada the return of the sustenance you have received from both fathers? Just think, what is the sustenance you have received and what has been practical? Bapdada saw that even now there is carelessness and royal laziness. The royal laziness is, it will happen, I will become that, I will reach there. And Baba says this is the language of procrastination. And carelessness is, I am doing it. This has to happen. This has to be done. So Baba says this is the language of giving excuses. However, there is a difference in your saying and doing. Baba Dada continues to smile on seeing one scene. What do you say? At least this should happen. Do this first, and I will then be able to move forward very well. So Baba is saying that you always keep conditions, that Baba just change this thing, and I will then move forward. So Baba is saying there is the attitude of wanting others to change, but in some cases, the attitude for self-transformation is a little bit less. So now, change the attitude of looking at others. If you want to look at others and see their specialities. This happens anyway. This continues anyway. This one also does this. Now reduce this feeling, Baba say. Look at yourself and keep the Father in front of you. It doesn't matter who it is, whether someone is a Maharati or in the middle level in their efforts. They are all transforming one or another weakness. Therefore, see Father See double Father. Look at Father Brahma, look at Father Shiva. The Father has seated you on his heart throne, and you have also made the Father sit on your heart throne. Your slogan is, see Father. There is no slogan, see sister or see brother. Even now, there is one or another weakness in everyone. However, if you want to look at others, see their specialities. Do not look at the weaknesses that they are removing from themselves. Secondly, in your kingdom, you do remember your kingdom, do you not? It was your kingdom yesterday, and it will be your kingdom tomorrow. So Baba mentioned that you are not to look at others, right? And if you are to look at others, then look at their specialities, right? Because everybody is making efforts right now, right? That is why we all are Brahmins. Pusharthi Jivan, right? And everybody is trying to remove weaknesses. So Baba is saying that look at specialities. Baba says your kingdom has clearly entered your intellect and is in your eyes, is it not? Have you counted how many times you have ruled the kingdom? You have ruled countless times. As soon as you speak about it, it comes in front of you. Your form of having a right to the kingdom and your elevated kingdom, it is as though law and order are naturally working in your kingdom. So another similarity or resemblance between Confluence Age and Satyuga is law and order. All of you have the sanskars of being knowledgeful. You know what law is and what order is. Similarly, look at your life. Are you working under the Father's orders, or do you sometimes work under the orders of Maya? Sometimes you don't follow the dictates of others and the dictates of your own mind instead of following Srimad, do you? Parmat or Manmat to nahi chalate, Baba's asking. And what is law? Law is to be a carefree emperor. There is no worry because you have all the attainments. So law and order here means full of attainments and following Baba's orders. So then there in the kingdom also everything will be according to the law and order naturally. So Baba says, similarly, also check in your elevated life of the confluence age, whether you have all the attainments that the Father has given you. They are like prasad from God, and there is so much importance of the prasad. That is the holy, pure food offered to God. So you have attained as Prabhu Prasad all the attainments from the Father. There is importance of Prabhu Prasad. It is an inheritance, it is a right, and it is also prasad. So check, am I full of law and order? Bapdada was seeing that the majority of you have received the power of transformation, and if that power is used at the right time, there is no effort. Look, all of you have experienced that if in any of you are ever defeated by Maya in any way, all of you say in your lectures, and you also conduct classes saying that these two words can make you fall and that they can also make you ascend. Chadhate bhi hai aur girate bhi hai. And you know those two words. They have entered everyone's mind. Those two words are I and mine. Main or mera, right? So also in the Lokik world also it is said that, you know, main ki matki fodo, or rather main ki matki futi, to dil makhan makhan ho gaya, right? So Baba is saying us main ki matki ko phod do. Correct? You say this in your lectures and you also conduct classes. Bap Dada hears those classes. What do you say? Now with the power of transformation, whenever you use these words, when you say I, so and so, or I am a Brahmin, but who am I? Bap Dada has given you many titles of self-respect. Whenever you use the word I, also say one or another title of self-respect with it. That is, bring that in your intellect. So, मैं के साथ कोई ना कोई स्वमान को जोड़ दो बाबा से, right? तो मैं का अभिमान फिर नहीं आएगा. As soon as you say the word I, you also remember your self-respect. And when you say mine, mera, you remember Baba, my Baba. This should become your natural awareness. Simply bring about this transformation. And secondly, generally when you come into relationship and connection with others, Maya comes through two words. One is intention, bhav, and the other is feeling, bhavna, pure feelings and good wishes. So whenever you speak the word or think of bhav, then remember the spiritual intention. There always has to be atmik bhav. As soon as you say the word bhav, you should remember the spiritual intention. And when you say bhavna, remember pure feelings. Transform the meaning of the words. What is your title? World Transformers. Can World Transformers not transform these words? So try this and see using the power of transformation at the right time. It comes afterwards when the situation has passed and your mind doesn't like it and your mind begins to talk about it. However, the time has passed by then, has it not? This is why there is now a need for a fast speed, not just sometimes. Do not think that you remain fine for most of the time, for Bap Dada has already told you that there is no guarantee of the final moments. There is to be the game of suddenly. Some children even tell the father very sweet things. They say when the time goes into the extreme, a little more, there will then be disinterest anyway. And so at the time of disinterest, my speed will become fast by itself. However, Bap Dada has said that you need to make effort over a long period. If effort is over a short time, then the reward you receive will also be for a short time. You will not create the reward for the full 21 births. Always remember three words of Bap Dada: suddenly, ever ready, and long period. Keep all these three words in your intellect all the time. Anyone's final moment can be anywhere at any time. Even now, see how many Brahmins are departing. Did they know? So Baba is saying that, the practice should be of a very long period, right? वो पुरुषार्थ लंबे काल का समय चाहिए उसके लिए. So Baba is reminding us of three things: suddenly, achanak, ever ready, and then long period. लंबे काल का पुरुषार्थ. लंबे काल के संस्कार होने चाहिए, right? दैवी संस्कार. This is why you definitely have to claim the inheritance of the full 21 births by making effort over a long period of time. Keep this intense effort in your awareness. First number and first birth in your own kingdom. What have you thought? You want to come in the first birth, do you not? In what would there be pleasure? In the first birth or I was asking, what have you thought? You want to come in the first birth, do you not? In what there will be pleasure? In the first birth or in any other birth? Those who feel that they should also have a part with Sri Krishna in the first birth in their kingdom, raise your hands. Acha, a part in the first birth. Seeing all the hands, Baba is pleased. You may clap. Congratulations are coming from, congratulations for coming in the first birth. However, should Baba tell you? He should not, should he? You have to come I tell you other things. Baba saying, ये number one ban gaye, तो फिर दूसरी बात क्यों करनी? Right? It is good. All those who have come, you have to come in the first birth. You have applauded for the first birth and the first stage. So you definitely have to create the first stage. Those of you who have the determined thought that you have to go fast, no matter what obstacles there may be, for the obstacles should not remain obstacles, they should change their form of victory in front of the destroyers of obstacles, because all of you are destroyers of obstacles. What is your title? Right? We are Vighan Vinashak, destroyers of obstacles. So even if they do come, they will come to play games, but you should recognize them from a distance. They will come in a royal form, but you destroyers of obstacles will know from a distance what games they are playing. This is why Bapdada also wants all the children to return together. No one should remain behind. Bapdada doesn't enjoy himself without the children. So never allow your determination to become weak. You have to do this. Do not use the language of gay, that is kar lenge, ho jayenge, I will do it sometime. I will see about it. It will happen. Do not say these things. Determination is the key to success. Never lose this key. Maya is also clever, is she not? She finds the key, and you must therefore look after this key very well. So now check. You have to imbibe the sanskars for your kingdom from now. Do not say, I will do it. One is ge and the other is to. Aisa hota to, ye kar lenge to. Right? I was saying giving reasons and excuses. Remove these words from the Brahmin dictionary. Okay. Even if you do see someone's weaknesses, all are effort makers. Otherwise, they would leave Brahmin life. It is because they are effort makers that they are moving along in the Brahmin life. Is it not? For instance, some say that they are perfectly fine, but because others do something, that becomes an obstacle in front of them. If that one were not to do that, or if that one changed, then I will change. And Baba says, however, the Father has given you a slogan in advance. I have to change myself and then change others. I have to change. Not that I will change when the other one changes. No. You were told, change your bhav and bhavna. I was again underlining this for us, right? The intention of the soul and feelings, pure feelings. Just try it and see. Do not become tired thinking, I have tried having so many good wishes, but he doesn't change. He is never going to change. For the words, that one is never going to change, these words to emerge from the lips of you Brahmins, is that a blessing? So Brahmins are always known to give blessings, right? So Baba was saying, when you use these words for somebody, is that a blessing? What blessings do Brahmins give? Whatever support you are able to give the support of good wishes. Otherwise, step away. Do not keep it in your heart. Give them blessings of pure feelings. Do not say any other words. This one thing that you do and the other. And the other, should Baba tell you? Today, Bab Dada checked very well. What is the other thing you do? This happens all the time. This one is also doing that. And so what does it matter if I do the same? You know, ye kar raha hai, to main bhi karoon. So Baba was saying, is it being sensible when someone is falling into a well that you also try and do the same? Bapdada is giving you one thing as homework for your efforts till 18th January. Will you do it? Will you do it? So since this is December's Murli, so Baba is giving a homework for 18th January. No matter what happens, even if I have to change, accommodate, or step away, I will change. Did you raise your hands? Sure? Or will you say that you tried a great deal, but it didn't happen? Do not give this reply, because there are now going to be many games of suddenly. And Bap Dada doesn't want a single child to be left behind. They should go with him. Firstly, if someone is not changing, if you have had good wishes and they are not changing, then you change yourself. Do not say, I had to do this because that one said this or did this. You do that with the intention of teaching someone, but in fact, you are seeing the weaknesses, right? So Baba is saying your intention is good, bhav अच्छा है, लेकिन भावना बदल जाती, right? This one is doing it, he does it, ऐसा भावना हो जाती. So Baba says bhav and bhavna, spiritual intention and good wishes. You say the words, this happens all the time, that one continues to do this, I am moving along, am I not? And so what does it matter if I do the same? So Baba says, when the father returns home, will you say, that one is staying back, so let me also stay behind? What does it matter? Baba saying, बाकी जब पीछे रह जाएंगे, तो क्या आप ऐसा कहेंगे कि बाबा मैं भी यहीं रुक जाता हूँ, या फिर आप बाप के साथ चलेंगे? So see the father and the transformation of bhav and bhavna. When you have good wishes for 5 elements, can you not have good wishes for the Brahman family? This happens all the time. This continues to happen. Finish these words. I have to show this by changing myself. If I change, others will also change. They will definitely change. Dadi Janki always used to say this, right? जैसा मैं करूंगी, वैसा फिर अन्य भी करेंगे. Continue to move along with this faith and good wishes, and then see how quickly your kingdom comes. So for this 18th, imbibe 2 things for all time. Bapdada is not telling you to simply write it and send it to him. In the subtle region, Bapdada has many files of your promises in writing. So Baba is saying not a promise, but you have to imbibe these 2 things in the form of determined thoughts. Is this okay, teachers? You are going to do this, are you not? Mothers, raise your hands. Will you do this? Raise your hands high. Pandavas, raise your hands. The Pandavas are also raising their hands. Good. Bap Dada will continue to look every day. It doesn't take Bap Dada long to see everything. Is that all right? Acha. So further Baba is meeting the teachers, and Baba is also meeting the other groups. So maybe we can take that part as homework, and we will stop here for today. To all the lucky and lovely children from everywhere who have determined thoughts and who do something practical as they think of it, to children who are destroyers of attachment and are ever ready, to those who constantly put their hand in the Father's hand of Srimat, those who fly with the Father and who will come into the kingdom with Father Brahma, to such fast effort-making children who have the flying stage, please accept lots and lots of blessings and love and remembrance from Bap Dada, and namaste to the children who are masters. From us children to our beloved Bap Dada, love-filled remembrance and namaste. We will take a few moments of silence, and then we shall share the points of the Murli. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. We can now unmute ourselves and share the points of the Murli.
Om Shanti. Today, Miss Baba said, I change first, then others. This is a taking point for me and Tivra Purushati. Not only Purushati, Tivra Purushati. And Bhav, this Bhav, Bhav also there, two Bhav. And Subh Bhav or Atmik Bhav. Om Shanti. Thank you. Thank you, sister.
Om Shanti. Very beautiful Murli. And Baba says, just don't make promise. You have to imbibe it. That's it. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So the question that was asked, it was like, what do we feel from today's Murli is Baba's natural nature, right? And not the qualities and virtues, right? So anybody would like to share on that? Like, what is Baba's natural nature? Because it is all about transforming our nature and sanskars, and we have to match up to the Satyugi sanskars. So we have to see Father in that. So what is Baba's natural nature?
Om Shanti. So one thing which I can try is Baba's natural nature is giving. Baba always says about Dena, and in few of the Murlis, it has come across. आप देने वाली आत्मा बनो, be दिव्य गुण आत्मा, and when you be that giving soul, is when you're only giving purity, you're only giving good things to people. And if, for example, if somebody is getting angry and if you're not getting disturbed, that is the way you have to be. So ना किसी से लेना है और जब दे रहे हो तो pure space से देना है. That's one thing which I can think of.
Okay. Anybody else? If we can just relate it to today's Murli, Rakhi sister was correct.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Sister, सहज योगी, सहज और योगीनेस इस सरलता, सहज और सरल योगी इस याद, सरल याद, सहज याद, और वही विशेषता बाबा की. बाबा.
Okay. And what is Shiv Baba's natural nature? This was for Brahma Baba, right? Brahma Baba was a Sahaj Yogi, Saral Yogi. What is that one thing, Shiv Baba's natural nature? And Baba repeated it many times. Yes.
Giving and forgiving. Just giving and forgiving.
Okay. Yes. Anybody else would like to add on?
Love for all.
Sorry, brother, you're not audible. Sorry.
Love for all.
Yes.
Also, Baba speaks about giving blessings while he speaks about अगर हम कह रहे हैं कि दूसरा बदलेगा तो मैं बदलूंगा. Baba is asking us a question and asking us to inquire in this Murli. By doing that, are you giving blessings to others? So this is one point that may be considered to be one of the nature of Baba. Giving always giving blessings.
Yes. And also Baba underlined today that Bhav and Bhavna. You know, if anybody, take it for a Brahmin soul or not a Brahmin soul, or, you know, anybody, whoever comes in front of Baba, Baba never has a different Bhav for him. Baba always has that Atmik Bhav and Bhavna. Baba ki Bhavna bhi bahut pure, right? Shubh Bhavna. Baba never says that ye mera bachcha to aise hi rahega, ye nahi sudharne wala, right? So Baba's natural nature is to give good wishes with a very spiritual intention, right? So this is Baba like underlined today कि आप भी अपनी भाव और भावना ऐसी बनाओ, आत्मिक भाव और शुभ भावना. Right? Is anybody else would like to share? Okay, so Baba also mentioned that at times the power of transformation stops working, right? वो परिवर्तन शक्ति बाबा कह रहे हैं वो काम नहीं करती. So when does that happen? What is that one thing that Baba has underlined today, that when you do this, तो वो परिवर्तन शक्ति काम नहीं करती? What is it? Anybody?
When you change others.
There is.
Sorry. You're not audible clearly.
We would see father, not brother and sister. When we see sister, brother.
Correct. And there also Baba mentioned about two words, specially underlining कि जब आप इसमें फंसते हैं तो फिर the power of transformation will not work.
I
What
and
is
mine.
it? Correct. मैं और मेरा, right. So how to replace that I and mine?
By the language of self-respect.
Yes.
So Baba is talking about when the moment you get the word I in your existence, that I, Baba says, immediately remember, who am I? I am a pure soul. I am a powerful soul. That's one thing Baba speaks about. And the other word, my, Baba says, when that my comes in, so say my Baba, Meri Baba. So there are two methods Baba is speaking today, how to come out of these Mayavi words or the clutches of I and my.
Yes.
Om Shanti sister. Baba speaks about two words, that is carelessness and royal, some word that is procrastination.
Royal laziness. Yes. Carelessness and royal laziness.
Carelessness.
Yes. Baba says that you don't have to be lazy now, right? Anybody else would like to share anything?
What is royal laziness, sister?
Royal laziness is, Baba said, procrastination, right? Kar to lenge, ho to jayega. And also looking at others. कि ये भी तो ऐसा करते हैं, कर तो रहे ही हैं, चल तो रहे ही हैं. Baba says, albilapan, right? Is what is royal laziness.
So
Okay.
one more point of introspection in today's Murli that Baba is talking about, the transition from Kali Yuga through the path of Sangam Yuga to Satyug. And Baba speaks about natural sanskars and your nature. So what I'm getting here in this conversation is Baba is telling, when Baba has giving us a sustenance, what is he doing? He is getting us to get acquainted, get connected to our natural sanskars of all those 7 qualities of soul, all good qualities and values and virtues, so that we are getting ourselves prepared to go to Satyug, because in Satyug there will be no vices. It will be all space of purity. That is also something which Baba is mentioning in today's Murli, because he speaks about how things will show up in Golden Age. So that's another point to be seen as to, as a Purusharthi, where I have reached. Am I anywhere reaching there? Do I still have some traces to manage? And again, there is some references to Murli's where Baba speaks about that the moment each soul, who is a Brahmin soul, becomes complete pure, is when Satyug will come. You don't have to ask for what is the date of Satyug. The moment you are ready, Satyug is there. So
Right.
another point that Baba is mentioning in today's Murli. So point to take back home is every day checking and changing. And somewhere in today's Murli Baba speaks about it's not just checking. The moment you check, you change yourself and emerge your original sanskars.
Right. Yes.
And
Baba
also,
has. Yes, yes, sister.
Baba said, dharma means dharana. So dharana means purity. So without purity, we can't enter. We can't go to Satyayug. So purity is a passport. Purity is a ticket.
Right. Yes. So in the beginning only Baba mentioned the three things, right? Ek Rajya, Ek Dharam, and then law and order. So very wonderful resemblance where Baba said that here Baba's Srimat and there the kingdom. Here purity and there also the dharam of purity, right? The religion of purity. और यहाँ पर ईश्वरीय लॉ एंड ऑर्डर में चलने वाले तो फिर वहां भी लॉ एंड ऑर्डर से राज्य करेंगे. Very beautiful resemblance that Baba gave us, so that we can match up our sanskars. Also, Baba mentioned about checking and changing. So anybody would like to share on this point, like, if we come across something, that something wrong has happened and then we've checked and then now we wish to change, then, if anybody would like to share that, how can we do that? Or if anybody has had any experience of this, anyone?
Om Shanti. Baba said that check and change. So first, I think we have to check mansa, vacha, and karmana. These three should be equal. That have to
Yes.
change. That have to check. And during, suppose I am talking to someone, so what is bhavna kya hai? So that also have to change. इसमें मैं मेरापन तो नहीं है. That
Right.
checking.
Hmm.
So that checking each second, each movement, every second, every single movement, we have to check. Then will be automatically will be changed. I change first, then others. Om Shanti. Thank you, sister.
Yes. Also, Baba always gives us swamans in the Murli, right? So, just with a very practical experience, if we take just one swaman daily from a Murli, and daily if we are to stick to that swaman for the entire day, and checking all the activities based on that swaman, before we, just before while meditating, just before 5 minutes before meditation, if we are to sit and check that, how were the activities throughout the day? Was it according to the swaman that I have chosen today? There and then we will be able to check that no, something has gone up and down, and I am ready to change at that time. So the swaman also Baba underlined that swaman mein rehkar check and change.
Sister,
Yes.
suppose somebody scolds you, right? Immediately, instead of you reverting back, just for a second, check and change. What was your fault even before? Is it
Reacting.
serves the
Right.
answer for your this thing example? Is it the example for your question?
Yes. If anybody is scolding me, instead of reacting, I
Yes.
pause for a moment. I check my state at that time. Am I at ease, or I'm in a hurry to react? So that is
Okay.
also checking and then changing. Very good. Yes.
Adding on to what Sandhya-ben and Deepika-ben you added on further, another thought which comes in when somebody is scolding you or is angry on you, at that moment, first taking a pause and then checking and realizing as to what has happened at that moment. And first, also being graceful with your own self, with my own self, instead of telling that I have done something wrong, or I'm blaming myself or getting at fault, I first take care of my state of mind and become stable before I respond to the other person. Because even when I'm blaming myself or getting into a guilt mode, then I'm not doing any kind of service for my own self. I'm depleting my energy. So I'm responsible for my own energy as well as the other person's energy before I respond to anything. That could be one of the way to look at how do I check and change my sanskars.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
So,
yes, yes, sister. One. I have to say, sister. Can I?
yes, brother, yes.
In one Murli, Baba said that पहले आप ज्ञान का तीर चलाओ, ज्ञान का तीर चलाओ, बाद में मुहर्रम भी लगाओ. So at the time of suppose someone is scolding, so that time we have to remember the ज्ञान का the point we have to वो तीर चलाना है. Then after we have to बस मुहर्रम भी लगाना है.
Right.
Om Shanti.
Very beautifully explained. Very nice.
Thank you, sister.
Om
That I
Shanti.
remind.
Yes, Om Shanti.
Sister Baba says in most of the Murlis, we should be merciful to the humans because they are they doesn't know the knowledge. So we are Brahmins. So that the reason in most of the Murlis Baba says to be merciful. Why?
Right,
Because
right.
so actually
That,
I'm implementing in my life that, so I'm experiencing a lot. So
yes.
showing merciful. Why? Because we are Purva Jatma. We are Purva Jatma. We are ancestors. They are like kids. If suppose kids is coming and it's doing mischievous things in the sense, usually we'll excuse them and just will part them. But however, in the same way, we need to behave with non-Brahmins, means with the humans.
Right. Yes. And in fact, Baba's natural nature is also being merciful also, right? So you
Yes.
got us to another point also. Thank you. Becoming merciful.
And further, what sister just said, what I was getting is when Baba says that Baba has equal love and um, equal sustenance, whether it's a Brahmin child or a non-Brahmin child. So what I was getting was, even when we are in Gyan, maybe there's 1 or 2% in Gyan in the family and the rest of them are not there. The very thought that, yaar, inko kya pata hai, what do they know? They are not in knowledge. Even if we bring this thought anytime, we are doing this service, because Baba also mentions that everything that you're doing in a Lokik practical way as well, you need to bring in your alokik sanskars there. So never say that
Yes.
people in your life are not in Gyan and so they're going to be behaving in a particular way. At
Because
that point
Baba
of
doesn't
time,
differentiate.
no,
Yes.
go ahead, Deepika Ben.
Somebody else was speaking something.
Okay. So shall I complete?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So at that point of time, again, as Kalpesh Bhai said, Gyan ka Deepak jalao, that I am here even in my Lokik world, not only in Alokik world, in Lokik world, my house is also my service land. People who I connect with is also where I'm Baba's child and I'm in service. That will allow me to change myself and change my thoughts about others. So that's another checking point which I got while sister was sharing this.
Yes. Because Baba doesn't create a difference between Brahmins and non-Brahmins, right? He always has mercy, as sister mentioned. He always has Shubhavna कि भाई ये मेरा बच्चा ये भी ज्ञान में चले, इसका भी उद्धार हो जाए. So that is the way Baba is. Okay, so anybody else would like to share anything?
Shanti, one more point I liked a lot, that the thought and becoming that form should take place together at the same time.
Yes. संकल्प और स्वरूप एक समान हो जाए.
जी, thank you.
Deepika Ben, it's 6:30.
Yes, yes, sister. So we shall take a point for the homework. The same point that Baba gave us, that, do not try to transform others, but instead transform yourself first, and always have Shubh Bhav, Atmik Bhav and Shubh Bhavna, spiritual intention and good wishes. So we shall just take a few couple of moments for meditation. Om Shanti. Let's sit back, easy and relaxed. I, the soul, I am a deity soul. I am a great soul. Sitting right at the center of my forehead, I am a very powerful soul, receiving light from Baba today. And this light is helping me emerge my deity sanskars, my original sanskars, cleaning, cleansing, purifying. Baba's adding divine sanskars, divine light in me. I have become more pure, divine, and more beautiful, going very close to my deity form. I am to practice this, bring these sanskars in action throughout my day to day. Thank you, Baba. Thank you for wonderful sharing. Thank you, and Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Thank you, Deepika Ben. Thank you, everyone.
Om
See you all
Shanti.
tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. Om Shanti.